I'm Ryan Chaitha-Wardner, or Mr. Lion, and I'm a bartender based in London. But I'm also born to two Sri Lankan parents. So I'm very excited to be able to discover the spirit of Ceylon as we go and visit Ceylon Arrack and understand all of the amazing work that Rockland distilleries do. Ceylon Arrack is an ancient spirit. It's distilled from the nectar from the flower of the coconut palm. This means it doesn't actually taste like coconut. It starts with the toddy tappers doing the traditional art of tapping the flowers before they form into the fruits. They tap it to release this wonderful nectar. That ferments wildly and pretty rapidly into toddy, this wonderful liquid that can be distilled into this ethereal, creamy and floral spirit that's formed the heart of punches and cocktails for centuries. So exciting for me to be able to go back to Sri Lanka, not only from a personal side, but it was also a chance to really engage with a spirit that I knew was so entrenched in such an ancient culture. It's one of the oldest spirits in the world. It's something that really speaks to this sense of place, and Rockland as a family, they're a family distiller doing these incredible things, and they've been going for 100 years. And that to me is something that's really fascinating to be able to discover more of firsthand.
Cheers.
Make some of this. Thank you so much for having in your beautiful home. Cheers. It was so wonderful to be able to kind of hear the stories about 100 years. And we're in your family home.
So Arrack is one of those drinks. You can have it as a long drink just by itself or in punch like we're having it now. So it lends itself to so many things. The most important thing, Arrack for us, it brings us together. It's the spirit of Sri Lanka. This Ceylon Arrack, there is so much love in it, that unknown spirit of the world, which waiting to be discovered, and I hope the world discovers it. The way we look at things is, the brands come before us. We are the silent guardians, standing behind it, and it's our job to make it work.
Sri Lanka's really, it's quite an island paradise. You've got everything from gorgeous white sandy beaches, bustling cities, this wonderful flowing verdant landscape, all the way through to rainforests and mountain and hilltop land. But one of the things that was really magical for me was going and seeing the coconut groves. It's something that's quite visually spectacular, and we went there at the crack of dawn, there before the kind of sun had risen, and you're in this slightly eerie landscape of shadows of trees and can hear the nature around you. But it started to become really magical as the sun rose. Mist coming through, streaks of sun, because they're quite imposing, towering trees around you. But what was spectacular was just kind of feeling how much it, really sense of connection to the landscape of it. We were very fortunate to be able to spend the morning with them as they're doing this incredibly skilled job of not only kind of traversing the trees and the canopy above, tapping the flowers is a very specific skill set. Being able to collect the sap and bring it down the trees. So alive. As soon as the sap has been brought down from the trees, the toddy starts to ferment. There's butterflies kind of kissing off the surface as it's being brought down from the trees. It helps you understand more about where this spirit has come from and how much it's an integral part of this connection to the land. It's incredible.
Yeah. So under excise law, we have to distill it within 24 hours.
Yeah.
So it takes 10,000 square feet of coconut plantation to make 6 bottles, 1 case of Ceylon Arrack. That's a lot of toddy.
You're tasting all of those precursors of flavor here. You're getting that kind of creamy almond note. You're getting some of that florality. There's a little tropical tang in there as well. It's all of the. You can taste the
little
character
sort of grassy, lemongrassy, a little bit of almond praline thing, and floral note.
The beauty of Arrack as a spirit is it's a very rapid process in a way. As soon as you're bringing the toddy down from the trees, it's starting to ferment. And that was a really fascinating idea because the aspect of time and the connection to the, the agricultural part of the product is very apparent. It happens so quickly that there's this kind of time aspect of being able to preserve the character of the coconut flower sap. And that means that there's this kind of inherent kind of floral, elegant creaminess that is part of the spirit. They are transporting the toddy as quickly as possible to the distillery. It means that by the time they decant the toddy into the vats for fermentation, it's well underway to be able to be kind of like the precursor of the spirit at its heart. It's already got all of those kind of flavors, that elegance, that brightness there. So it's just about being able to capture that. And the way that they then kind of quickly move it from the fermentation to distillation is a way of being able to ensure that they can keep all of that character of the raw material. This is my favorite place to do a tasting, by the way. In amongst the spirit, this is where it's at home. I mean, you've got to be proud of this. That's an incredible spirit.
This is very special.
Obviously, aging of spirits is a really important part of the character.
Yeah.
But what you're doing here is obviously embracing the local woods as well.
That's right.
So what do you have as the kind of base for these vats?
So we use the local Halmila wood, and that's our equivalent of oak.
Okay.
It's a wood endemic to South India and Sri Lanka. It's a very dense wood and it marries perfectly with Arrack, so that's the wood we go with.
This is sitting in the prestigious spirits camps, with your kind of well-aged cognacs and rums and whiskies, this is right up with there with that balance of the spirit complexity alongside some of these transformed flavors. The wonderful thing that I knew about Sri Lankan culture, it's a culture that thinks long-term. It means there's this sense of consideration about what does it mean for the future. It's there in the care for the landscape, and it's there in the way that they do actual production. As a family company, thinking not only about what does that mean in an immediate sense, how do we innovate to keep up with that? And they're thinking about that from all angles. It's a material sense, it's a power sense, but it's also a human side. And it's very much thinking about the livelihood and how much they can support people from a kind of social aspect as well. It's something that continues to develop, and they need to be able to be partners with the people, with the land, with the culture, to be able to make sure that this spirit that has had this incredible history can continue to last into the future. Today's actually the 100th anniversary, so
This
happy
is
birthday.
the exact day, 100 years
So
ago.
amazing. The ability that you had to be able to bring to life this modern interpretation of what this can be. It's linking together something that is one of the ancient spirits of the world, something that really is the heart of Sri Lanka, but it's done in such a contemporary way as well.
Actually, we really put a lot of effort into thinking behind it, but I was inspired by Jurassic Park.
Really?
Yes. Have you watched the first one?
I have indeed.
That's my
yes.
favorite.
It's my favorite.
Do you remember when the gentleman held that piece of amber in his hand?
Yes, of course.
And there's this mosquito which captured the history of all this DNA.
Yeah.
It sent a chill down my spine. I wanted, when people held the bottle of Ceylon, to evoke that feeling.
Okay.
To take you back in time, that this captures history.
It's this distillation of not only the culture, the product, but your kind of link from the family history through to the kind of modern touch.
We worked very hard to keep things as green as possible. The distillery is now the world's first certified green distillery. I used to love and still do love camping. And we used to be in the jungles. Whenever you can escape, go to the jungle, sit by a river, beautiful moonlight, sip an Arrack. Late one evening, we heard this big hullabaloo. The rangers had found a little baby elephant. The mother had died given birth and she was wandering around, so they rescued her. And so with every bottle of Ceylon Arrack, we contribute towards elephant conservation. We've been doing that from the beginning.
Feels like there's so many new things on the horizon, and the future looks very bright for Rockland Distillery.
Absolutely. You've inspired me too, so thank you very much. We got a few new ideas. We can never rest on our laurels.
Those are very, they're very Sri Lankan values as well. You don't waste things, you consider where it's from, you think about the bigger picture of stuff, but also this idea of going, well, the job's never done. It's always about being able to kind of continue to kind of work on things, but do so in a way that feels kind of considerate for everything that surrounds you. It's a really wonderful thing to watch and observe in this kind of centenary year, but it makes me feel very excited because I know that's going to be everything you're pushing forward with as you go into the next century of things.
Cheers, Ryan.
Such a joy.
Thank you.